हजुरहरूले अहिलेसम्म मेरो च्यानल सब्स्क्राइब गर्नु भएको छैन भने प्लिज तल जानुहोस्, सब्स्क्राइब बटन थिच्नुहोस्, लाइक पनि गरिदिनु होला, शेयर पनि गरिदिनु होला। अगर आप लोगों ने मेरा चैनल अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो नीचे जाइए, सब्सक्राइब बटन दबाइए और लाइक भी कीजिए और शेयर भी कीजिएगा। आपण मैंने एवं पर्यंत मो चैनल सब्सक्राइब करना जदि तले जातु, लाइक कर दिंतु, शेयर कर दिंतु एवं सब्सक्राइब कर दिंतु। आज English is a widely spoken language, so I will be speaking in English to give my lectures. Okay, so let's start the today's topic. Today's topic is SDLC. Under SDLC we will be learning the spiral model. Okay, so in the previous classes I have already covered here waterfall model and the iterative model. Okay, so to learn the spiral model you should have the knowledge of the waterfall model and the iterative model. Okay, so if you don't know about what is waterfall model, what is the iterative model, you can visit my previous videos and learn about the waterfall model and the iterative model, and then you just come to this video to learn about the spiral model. As the necessity of waterfall model and iterative model is very much required to understand the spiral model. Okay, so let us start the spiral model. Okay, so what is spiral model? Okay, so I'll just draw the diagram. Okay, so in the spiral model you are having the planning, design, then here you will be having the coding, or you call it as implementation, and here you are having the testing. Okay, so in the spiral model your project starts. Okay, your project starts from here. Okay, so it goes in a spiral manner. Okay, it goes in a spiral manner. So as you know the scientific process of SDLC scientific process, SDLC is a process, right? So in that you need to follow certain direction, that means certain steps, certain standard to develop a particular project. Okay, so spiral model, you can use the spiral model for developing the big projects. Okay, so if your company has got the big project, you need to follow the spiral model. Okay, don't go for waterfall model or iterative model. The best model for developing the big project is the spiral model. Okay, so you have got the project right now, you are starting your development process. Okay, so in SDLC the certain standard is being followed. So that what is the standard? Analysis, requirement gathering, then moving to your design, then moving to your implementation part, then moving to your testing part, then moving to deployment, then maintenance. So all those steps you need to follow. But in waterfall model certain standard is there, in iterative model certain standard is there, in spiral model certain standard is there. Okay, so right now we will be discussing about the spiral model. So you have got the project, right now you are going to start. Okay, you are going to start. Okay, so I am drawing here in this manner. Okay, so in the planning phase, okay, this is the planning phase, this is the design phase, this is the coding or implementation phase, this is the testing phase of your spiral model. Okay, so right now you are in the planning phase. Okay, so in the planning phase, as your SDLC standard says that you need to collect the client requirements. Client requirements should be gathered first of all. Okay, so that client requirement you call it as a CRS, customer requirement specification. Okay, that customer requirement specification is a raw data. Okay, that means it is the unprocessed data. Okay, so you are just collecting. You are just collecting the client requirement. So you will be speaking in different languages in different ways, and you are just as a company person, you will be just noting it down. Okay, that is a purely raw data, or you can say it as a unprocessed data. Okay, so you have collected the CRS, that means the client requirement you have gathered. Client requirement you have gathered. So it is totally a raw data. Okay. So this CRS, your technical persons in your company will converting this CRS to SRS, which is a technical document, understandable by the company for proceeding your project further. Okay. So you are converting the CRS into SRS. So this is a technical document. So you understood what do you mean by CRS and SRS, right? So in the planning phase, what you are doing? You are just gathering the client requirement. Okay. Then converting the client requirement into SRS. Okay, your technical person in the company will be responsible for converting the CRS document to the SRS document, which is purely the technical document. Okay, technical document. So right now your SRS is ready. Okay, so you have in this planning phase you have completed the CRS process and the SRS process. Right now you are in this particular point. Okay. Next what? You are going for designing phase. You are going to designing phase. So here in the designing phase you will be using certain language. Okay, that means designing language. That means you are representing your overall project in a pictorial way, diagrammatical way. So you will be using here the UML language. Mostly you will be using the UML language, Unified Modeling Language. Okay. Right now, at this particular point, I'll give one example and I'll make you understand. Okay. So you have completed CRS, SRS is completed. Okay. Right now you are in the design phase of your project. Okay. Take one example. Like you have got the project. You have got the project of developing one application. Okay. Developing one application. Okay. You have got the for example you got the email application, email app you need to go for develop. Okay. So in the spiral model, just try to understand that in the planning phase, there is no need of gathering all the requirement and putting in the SRS. Okay, you can gather all the information in a stepwise way also. Okay, try to understand. Stepwise way means I am going to develop the email app. Okay, right now, what the spiral model says that divide the particular project into different modules. Okay, are you understanding? Define the particular project into different modules. So how many modules can be possible? Okay, for example, I am going to develop the email app. I will divide this particular email app according to the requirement into 4 modules. Okay. So what are the modules I am going to design here? I am going to design my compose module, compose mail module. Okay. I will be, in the spiral model, I will be working on the first module, first of all. Okay, I will be working on the M1 module, that means compose mail. Okay, so I will be working on the M1 module. So I will be collecting the CRS, converting into SRS. I got the SRS, software requirement specification of my module 1. Okay, I am here right now. My module 1 SRS is ready. Then I will go for design part. Okay, so I will use my UML language and I will pictorially represent my module 1. Diagrammatically I will represent my module 1. Okay, so my module 1 is design part is completed. Okay, next I will go for implementation of my module 1. So I will take one high level language. If I will go for Python language, for example, I will use the Python language. Okay, I will use the Python language. Okay, and I will implement my module 1. Okay, right? My coding part is over right now here. Okay, so next what I will do, I will be entering into the testing phase. Okay, so I will be going for testing my particular module M1. Okay, so I will be going for doing the different kind of white box testing. Okay, so if you are not understanding what is white box testing, you can go to my previous videos, learn about the white box testing and come to this particular video. Okay, so here you will be going for doing the white box testing. For example, you are going for doing the unit testing. Okay, your testing activity is completed here. Okay, testing of the M1 is completed. So M1 is completed. Module 1 is ready. Okay, next. Again you are in the planning phase. You are going to enter into the planning phase. Your module 1 is ready right now. Okay, understood this particular point? Next, again the spiral will be, this one cycle is completed. Your module 1 is ready right now. Okay, so module 1 is ready. That means you have gone in a waterfall model way. Okay, understood? Try to understand that. You have gone in a waterfall model way. Okay, in the waterfall model, what was the disadvantage? You have to collect all the requirement at a time. That means this module, this module, this module, this module. 4 modules requirement you have to collect at a time in case of the waterfall model. But this is not the case in the spiral model. Okay, try to understand. Okay, so your module 1 is completed. Right now you have to go for module 2. Okay, module 1 is completed. So here you are again in this planning phase. So your module 2 starts. Now you will be collecting the customer requirement again, the raw data, converting into software requirement specification, and your SRS is ready of the module 2 here. Okay, next you will be moving to the design phase. Okay, so right now you will be designing, you will be going for using the UML language and designing your module 2. Okay, so module 2 has been completed here. Okay, next your design of the module 2 completed here. Again here your implementation of the module 2 will start, and your implementation part will be completed here. Your module part M2 is implementation completed. Next you are moving to the testing phase. So you have entered the testing phase. So in this particular testing phase, what you will be going to do, you will be going for testing the module 2. First thing is that you are going to test the module 2. You are going to test the module 2. Right? Next, what you need to do? You need to integrate the module 1 also. Right now, you need to integrate the module 1 also, because your full project is of module 1 has to be integrated with the module 2. So right now here module 1 plus module 2 has to be integrated. Module 1 is already ready, right? So module 2 you have just completed your implementation part. So right now it is going to be ready. Module 2 you have already tested also. Module 1 you have already tested in this cycle. Right now you are going to do the integration of module 1 and module 2. Okay. After doing the integration you need to go for testing. Okay. So individual module 1 was working fine. Individually module 2 is working fine because you have done the testing in module 1 and module 2. Right now after integration also you need to go for testing because these two are interrelated with each other. Compose mail and send mail are interrelated with each other. So you have integrated these two one. M1 and M2 you have integrated. Right now after integration you need to go for testing the workability of these two modules. So M1 and M2 module workability you need to check it right now. You need to test it right now. So in this phase you are going in the testing. Here you will be going for testing the module 1 plus module 2 integrated version. Okay. So module 1 and module 2 are ready right now. Okay. So now, right now M2 is also completed. Integration also completed. Okay. So right now you are at the end phase. Completed. Okay. Understood? Right? Write it down. Here. You have reached here. Again you are entering the planning phase. Analysis phase. Okay. So right now you will be working upon what? Module 3. So you will be working on the outbox module. Okay. So you are starting here the M3 right now. Okay. You are starting here the M3. Same. You need to gather the customer requirement specification, convert it into technical form, SRS, software requirement specification. That thing you have done and completed here for M3. Right now you are moving in the design phase. Complete your design of M3 by using the UML. Okay. So your design is completed. Right now you are moving to the implementation part. Right. So here your coding part you need to do for M3. So coding part is completed. Right now what you need to do? You have entered in the testing phase. Okay. So in the testing you need to test the module M3. First test the module M3. Completed. Testing is completed. Right? So right now you need to do the integration of the previous modules also. M1 and M2. So you need to do the integration. M1 and M2. Okay? So do the integration over here. After integration, you need to check the functionality of that particular application with these three modules. These three modules are working fine or not? After integration, you need to do the testing activities. Okay. So do the testing for M1, M2, M3. Okay. Compose mail, send and outbox. Okay. So do the testing activity. You have composed the mail. Click the send button. Message is being sent. When the message is being sent, the particular mail will be coming and returning in the outbox or not. That testing activities. Okay. So these three will be are interrelated with each other. So you need to check the workability of compose mail, send mail and outbox together. That's it. M1 plus M2, M3 integrated, then testing. Okay. Testing will be done. Then you have completed the development of M1, M2, M3. Okay. Understood? Right? So you are in this particular phase. Okay. You are here right now. Okay. So your M3 is also completed. And your integration of M1 plus M2 plus M3 has also been completed. Okay. So right now you are again in the planning phase. So you are right now you need to go for developing the M4 module. So again CRS is being done. Convert the CRS into SRS. design, enter into the implementation or coding phase, right? You did the coding for the M4 module, right? So right now you are entered into the testing phase. Now, when M4 is ready, go for testing the M4 module. Okay? Right now, testing of the M4 is completed. Now, as M4 is also a part of this particular project, you need to do the integration. So here you are integrating with M3 plus M2 plus M1. So all the four modules are integrated here. Okay. So after integration, go for testing. Okay. Do the testing. Okay. Because they are interrelated with each other. So you need to go for the final testing. So go for testing, and your M4 is also completed. You have done the integration also. All the testing activities also completed. Right now your project is ready to be deployed or released. Okay. So right now it is deployed or released. Release in the market and go for maintenance also. Okay. Understood? This is the spiral model. So it seems like it is a waterfall also, it seems like it is a iterative also. So are you understanding what is the difference between the waterfall, iterative and spiral? Okay. So it looks like a snail, spiral. Okay. So that's why the name is being given as a spiral model. Okay. It goes in a spiral way. Okay. This is about the spiral model. So what are the see your all the modules has been ready, integrated. Your project is ready. Your email app is ready with all the modules integrated together. Your app is ready. Right now, design the end user interface, and you can release it in the market. Okay. So this is how you are using the spiral model and developing any project. Okay. So what are the advantages? Advantages of the spiral model. Advantage is that it is very much flexible. Okay. This model is very much flexible, and it is used for developing the big projects, large projects. Okay. What is the disadvantage of this particular model? Disadvantage is that it is